Hi everybody, this is Smash again, and we're going to dive in a little deeper into the Start1up.com web app that is looking to do a soft launch sometime in the near future. But these videos and this video series is to try to get people a little bit orientated with what we're doing and what we're working on, maybe get a little early feedback, maybe get in touch with some other content creators, and to try and figure out like what the next best steps are from here for the FGC in general. For all of us. And what we're going to cover today is pretty cool because it has to do with something that kind of matters to pretty much anybody who actually plays these games. And that is who our mains are. And it's particularly going to come in handy as if we think about like this web app as a sandbox for the FGC itself. Because one of the most important things of that is like kind of, where's our expertise? Like what do we spend a lot of our time with, which also tends to lead to where we might want to do scrims, where we might want to kind of find other players to connect with, at the right skill level with the right matchups and so forth, right? So the only way to start that is to build a system where everybody can, kind of come together and take a glance at what people are into and what people do, even across platforms and across games, right? And that's kind of where we hit in that middle ground right there. So let's take here's a new profile with a brand new fresh account. It's our classic Mr. Non-subscriber account. And what we are going to be doing is actually not fully, it's a little bit visible here. You know what I mean? You see these little stats here for focusing on 0 fighters and focusing on 0 games. Yeah, we're going to change that right now. And how we do that in a Start1up account. And remember, this is a free feature for all users. All users can do this. If you go into your account settings here, which you'll find here in navigation, right there, you'll find the sections for my main fighting games and my main fighting game fighters. And this is a fun section to do. So let's kind of get started, and let's just do a couple just as an example, right? So we'll start with Street Fighter 6, and let's go ahead and add in Guilty Gear Strive. Ooh, there. Okay. And we're going to press save. Now, be warned, there's a known bug right now in the system that I'm going to have to fix, but for the time being, if you reload that page right after you save your main fighting games, everything will work really good. So, I'll have to fix that, and anyway, it's not super important for right now. It's not hard to fix, but it's full transparency there. This is definitely like a work in progress because we have a very, very small team working on this. So, once you picked a couple of your main fighting games, right, if you go to your profile, you can see it change already. And right, so your main games will show up on your profile, but also what's really cool is they also, of course, show up on your dashboard, right? And that allows you or any player to kind of quickly jump to which game you're talking about, essentially, and kind of dive into the app and all the app's info from there, and also dive into your information, right, that you might save to the app for you and your account. Now, to jump back to the account settings, where it gets a lot more interesting is we, of course, need to be able to select the fighters. So once you've saved your games, and yeah, for the time being, refresh the page or whatever, I will fix it. But what I want to get to is from here, you would start to pick out, like, who you play. You know what I mean? Like, for example, like, why would you not? And, for example, I mean, I don't main him, but it's fun. You know what I mean? So let's see. Well, yeah, I'm a sucker for her character design. I can't help it. All right. So and then in let's say in Street Fighter, you know what I mean? We can go to like the classic. I mean, I know nobody else mains it, but I do. So and we save that, right? And so now if we reload in our profile page, boom, we've got our main games, our main fighters, all right here on display. We've got some numbers down here finally, right? And then you can, of course, add to these to your heart's content. And never forget that what's represented here on your profile page is also going to be represented here in your dashboard page, giving you quick and hot links to jump to characters that you might want to like focus on or you might have interest in as you're playing and as you're working to get good. So that's a little bit of a taste of another aspect of the FGC Player Profiles and the account settings for the Start1up web app. That will end that for now, and we'll hop into some of the other features in very soon upcoming videos. And thank you for joining us, and thank you for your time. And hopefully, if you love what you're seeing, come join us. Because if you'd like to play these games, this is built exactly for you. This is Smash, and on behalf of all the Start1up.com team, I hope you all have an awesome day. Cheers.